This podcast is brought to you by Anchor. If you don't know by now, Anchor is the easiest way to record your podcast and get it out to your listeners. Anchor allows for you to record from anywhere using your web-enabled device like computer or smartphone. It has built-in creation tools to make editing and presenting your episodes a breeze. And when you're finished, Anchor distributes your podcast for you so you can be heard on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and many more podcast platforms. Anchor even allows you to make money from ads like this one, no matter the size of your audience. And the best part about it all is it's absolutely free. Anchor is the easiest way to start your podcast. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
And welcome to the second Turnbuckle podcast, the most underrated podcast in all of wrestling. Whew, the tequila's hitting me, guys. It is episode 6.
5? Something?
6.
I don't know. I've lost count, dude.
We made it to 6, finally. So we're going to be going over some Money in the Bank predictions. It is May 9th.
Yep.
The bank is tomorrow, Mother's Day, May 10th, 2020.
Why they decided to have a pay-per-view on Mother's Day is beyond me, but, whatever.
In the year,
it's for all
in the year of the coronavirus.
Yeah, indeed. And you guys just heard we have a special guest today. I already put it on Twitter, but unfortunately, Sock Monkey Mike could not join us today. He had something come up. We do wish him the best in all that stuff, whatever it is he's dealing with. We have today Brian the Lion, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can tell you now, I forgot what episode.
It's okay. So did I.
But yes, I have been listening to your guys' podcast. Very interesting to say, nonetheless. You guys do have some good talking points, which somewhat keeps my pea brain interest. But I do have a good time with it. I'm actually kind of excited to be here.
So for people who don't know, when I mentioned at the end of last episode, the guy who Orange Cassidy, this is the man.
Oh, the Orange Cassidy fan.
He is. I feel like he is one of the best,
and an incredibly good, solid worker too. We mentioned this last podcast, but yeah. he is very good.
Extremely good. I got into Orange Cassidy just a while before AEW.
I had not heard of him until AEW.
So yeah, I was enjoying some of his matches. I think my favorite match before the Pac match was with him and Jordan Grace.
Oh, him and Jordan Grace had a match?
Yeah. And then he has one on YouTube with Kylie Ray, which was really good.
Oh, well, that's because that's Kylie Ray, or Kaylee Ray, rather.
Yeah, it turns out when he's applying himself,
he's very good. No,
I feel like he did that because a lot of wrestlers wrestle the same now. Like I was listening to Talk Is Jericho with The Revolt.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one of the guys was like, I can do all the moonsaults and corkscrew dives and all that stuff, but everyone does that now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's becoming very hard to be original in professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's why I like Orange Cassidy so much, because his character is one of the more original characters.
I mean, he does have a suicide dive, but he does it with his hands in his pockets, which is wild.
He can also do a kip up.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I can't do it regularly, so that's crazy to me.
I like the top rope flop.
Yeah. I need him and Darby Allin to do that and a coffin drop at the same time.
That'd be an interesting tag team.
Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy team, please. Thank you.
That'd be an interesting tag team.
As long as Darby Allin doesn't land on his spine.
Oh, Jesus, dude. I still look at that part of that match with Cody, and I still cringe. It's so hard to watch.
like during the pay-per-view for that, they kept replaying it. And we're just sitting there like, oh God, please stop.
Yeah.
It could be worse. I think I was okay with that one. I didn't like the Enzo Amore catching his neck on the second rope.
Oh,
replays.
sucked. That looks like it legitimately hurt.
Oh yeah, no, it hurt.
Yeah. Also, what was his name? Joey Mercury took a ladder to the face. And they kept
what was
replaying
that?
I watched that.
It was on.
Yeah, what?
Yes, which brings us into our subject of today. What a great segue to the Money in the Bank ladder match.
It's not. It's not the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's the Money in the Bank Die Hard Belko experiment race to the top of the tower.
What? Oh my god! I did not expect that from you, and that's one of the best jokes I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah, some people also dubbed it Money on
Money on the Roof.
All right. So a little interesting thing that I saw during the week that I want to bring up. Evidently, the ladder matches, they're going to like cut up so that it shows throughout the pay-per-view, and that sometimes they're going to have a match going and they'll have the ladder matches in like picture mode, which could be very interesting. Not sure how they're going to do that exactly, but I'm actually very intrigued.
I'm not. I thought it was going to be more like the Boneyard match, and they would have segments following certain wrestlers.
I have not heard any of this.
But I don't think that's a good idea to have matches playing while the match is playing.
Yeah, I mean, I like having the ads going while the match is playing, like AEW does. They have that as picture-in-picture. I think that's okay, so that they're still satisfying their TV contracts with having the ads, but that you can still see the match, and it's not like you're just immediately cut out.
Of course.
So, like, basically, what SmackDown Live used to do?
Right. Yeah, I can't see that working in favor for whoever's working the match that's supposed to be happening.
Yeah,
so I'd be offended. I'm bumping, and no one's watching what I'm doing because.
Oh, there's the boy.
No,
gives me trouble every freaking week.
We already started. We already started.
We did.
I just got here and I had no issues.
We're in the middle of a segment, sir.
My bad. Sorry.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't exactly know. Anyway, yes, Lesnar returns. We've just been waiting for him to join. This is true.
No.
We're doing it live.
We'll do it live. But yeah, I'd be offended if I was the party having the match and then there's a match playing over my match.
Yeah. That would slap in the face.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I wouldn't mind having two really good Money in the Bank ladder matches that were like shot cinematically instead of a full card.
Yeah. Anyway, Denzel, just for context, we're talking about how they're chopping it up throughout the pay-per-view, the ladder matches, and then using like picture-in-picture.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I think
it's intriguing. But then it was like, I don't really like it because if it's my match that's going and you're playing the ladder match over it, it's kind of insulting.
Oh, got it.
That can get confusing at points.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see how they do it. I'm sure they have a plan, so it's just a cool little tidbit. Do we want?
We have about 24 hours until then.
Do we want to put on the predictions?
We'll keep going. Let's get all the setup stuff out the way. So we have who's in the matches. Let's start with that. I know we have the tag team matches with every tag team available.
Yeah, right. That's the SmackDown tag match. Yeah. That's New Day versus Miz and Morrison versus the Forgotten Sons versus the Lucha House Party.
Yep.
Forgotten Sons have been on an absolute tear.
True.
They beat both Miz and Morrison and the New Day.
Yeah.
In SmackDowns.
So usually that means that if the heels win before the pay-per-view, that means the faces are
winning at the end.
Right,
the belt.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's usually what they do. So
Maybe it's Lucha House Party's time to shine.
I mean,
I
would be against it,
I haven't really
but
seen
yeah,
him
they
do
haven't
much,
really been there.
Well, the reason they haven't done much is
more
because
style.
Just have more bodies
Yeah,
there.
and like Kalisto can do some cool stuff, ladder stuff.
no, it's wrestling stuff, lucha stuff,
No, lucha things. Good lucha things.
lucha things. Yes.
We need some good lucha things in our life.
That was a very interesting promo.
Right.
Put it that way.
It stressed me out. So we have that match.
It's
We
stressing.
have the bathroom break
The bathroom
match.
break match?
Tamina
Oh my
versus
God,
Bailey.
Why?
Yeah.
is that?
No, because it's boring. It's boring. Nobody wants to see this.
Goodness gracious.
Look, this is nothing against Bailey as a worker. It's
It is
just
for me.
Tamina. I'm okay with Bailey.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
Tamina
like
has
Bailey.
been hurt
Bores
for
me.
the majority of the last 4 years.
Yes, she has.
That's true.
In my opinion, I feel like with the women's division, I feel like their mid card is a little more solid than what their stars really are. Like the mid card can have some good
True.
matches when they want to.
I agree.
I will agree with that because at this point, the main roster in the women's division has kind of been overly saturated.
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of had a problem with the four horsewomen being at the top all the time,
Yeah.
and not really anybody else. I mean, Naomi had it for a little, and it didn't really matter.
I enjoyed her.
Like-
I enjoyed her.
Yeah, so
I enjoyed her, but it didn't do anything.
Okay.
the basic oversaturation of Bailey and
Sasha,
Becky and
Becky,
Charlotte
Especially
and Sasha.
Well,
Charlotte.
Charlotte for sure, though. Charlotte's been taking up all the goddamn stuff.
and now she's in NXT. You know, do with that what you will, I suppose.
Yeah.
I like Charlotte in NXT.
I am okay
I
with
feel
it.
like
Yeah.
I feel like I would love to see more. I'd love to see AJ Styles down in NXT.
Yeah, I would like that.
Freaking killer match with Io Shirai on NXT.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it went to, what was it, DQ or no finish or something?
DQ.
It was a DQ.
Yeah. I really want them to have another match because it was solid.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Honestly, I feel like with that ending, it could lead up to another title.
Oh,
match
I
at
would
the
hope
pay-per-view.
so.
I think Io is the next in line, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just hope that we don't see any green mists from Io Shirai.
Redo the Oscar spots.
Yeah, no green mist. We know she's Japanese,
Yeah,
but please
we
don't.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah.
All right, next. We didn't get any of the matches we thought we'd get. We just got kind of thrown together matches. They're just like,
throw it on
Yeah.
pay-per-view.
I thought they were going to do the
Sorry.
Raw tag team matches, and then I was really hoping for Sammy and Drew Gulak to have a match for the IC title. We got neither of those.
Nope.
I'm a little.
again, this sort of seems like the whoever's available
Yeah.
pay per view.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That sounded like an explosion. You all right over
You're
there?
good. It's-
He's got the
Oh.
COVID.
Yeah, honestly though, with the IC title though,
Oh, okay.
I'd rather it be not on the pay-per-view at all than it to be a pre-show.
I-
match, 'cause they've
Yeah,
done that
I mean, I
before.
agree.
Honestly.
So wait, what's on the pre-show?
Cesaro and Jeff Hardy.
Which that
Jeff
makes
Hardy.
no sense to me either.
I mean, it kind of does, because if you were going to put something on the pre-show, I mean, I'd rather that be in the main show and MVP versus, what's his face? R-Truth,
R-Truth.
to be on the
Yeah.
So
show.
it's MVP versus who?
R-Truth.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting this in, so I don't have to bring it up again.
Yeah.
So we have Cesaro and Jeff Hardy, and MVP
Yes.
and R-Truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Announced
and
recently. I think,
those were announced yesterday or this morning.
yeah.
I feel like if we're gonna have matches on a pay per view, let's let them all mean something, especially on the Money in the Bank pay per view.
I agree, and I know they have to fill something with the kickoff, I think Cesaro
How about
is so incredibly underused.
Yeah, he really is.
Cesaro?
What's up?
What? Hello? So we were saying Cesaro's underused?
Yeah. Oh, did I cut out for a second?
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I keep having those. I need to not do it with these Bluetooth headphones. I need to get some actual wired headphones.
Yeah, that's what I have.
You
I
guys
have
can hear me
that.
too, right?
Yeah, we
we can hear you.
All right, cool. Because my AirPod died, so I'm via the phone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the phone. You don't
It's all
sound
good. We're
half
still here
bad
with the news and all that jazz with wrestling.
with wrestling.
Yes.
Yep.
All that jazz with wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Now I want a jazz themed tag team.
I'm gonna have to disagree, but yeah, I feel like we have so much talent that we can put other places.
Yeah.
Especially with NXT officially as the third brand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like send Cesaro to the UK. I'd love to see Cesaro and Walter.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be a good one.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
Like-
insane.
Like with Charlotte going to NXT, you know, like it could open up doors for other, like, say, underused talent like Cesaro to go to another NXT brand.
Dramatically underused.
Yeah,
Criminally underused.
It's insane, like how much talent Cesaro has, but how much he's not getting used.
But that's the question of do I go back to the Indies and struggle, or do I sit here and collect the check?
True.
In my opinion,
I don't think he would go to the Indies and struggle. To be honest, I really don't. He's got enough of a rapport with the industry that if he went somewhere, that he'd be paid for it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What else is there?
So we got the undercard. Let's focus on the championships now. We have Braun and Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Braun Strowman.
Not the Fiends. That's important.
Yeah, not the
Fiend.
Fiend. It's Firefly Funhouse, Bray.
Which means
I think this is the second match that Bray Wyatt as himself has been into.
Well,
since the Fiend debuted, yes. It was The Miz. So it was The Miz. I'm not sure what pay-per-view, but TLC. Okay. So I like the story they're telling that the Fiend doesn't come out unless they have some sort of unless the person has wronged Bray Wyatt.
Right.
I've noticed that.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Like now thinking about it, The Miz really hasn't really done anything to Bray, as opposed to like feuds or anything.
Nope, not at all.
No, really.
Right. So since they have not feuded, that means they can just have Bray Wyatt go against Braun Strowman and artificially extend this feud another month.
Yeah,
this is true.
To the
That's
next pay-per-view, and so it'd be the Fiend versus Braun Strowman. I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
It still presents a weird dynamic because this is Braun's first like major title in wrestling.
Yes,
as far as I'm aware. So
no,
he had the IC at one point.
He didn't. He
did,
do much
but he didn't do much with it.
So
he dropped the belt to be Plan B for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at least he got to win a world title at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
give him that.
But he won a world title at the only WrestleMania with no fans.
Yeah, because had that happened with an audience, it would have been definitely better.
Yes.
Would it?
Yes.
I would think so.
Would it?
I want to say yes.
I would think so.
I'm gonna say no. Okay. Here's why. Here's why. Denzel, you're gonna have to help me with this one. Brock Lesnar, Goldberg,
33.
WrestleMania.
33.
The match 33. It went like 5 minutes, entrances included.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there was no real wrestling. It was more of a story.
Definitely.
You know,
An aggressive story, yeah.
Yeah.
a very aggressive story.
Two big men being big men.
They didn't need the title first off. They didn't need the title for that match.
But it was more the spectacle than anything. It's kind of like seeing your dream match. And for a lot of casual fans that don't follow the indies, this is like they sat for like years thinking it would have been nice to see Goldberg and Brock Lesnar go at it. So like you really bring back your early 2000s fans, and just seeing the spectacle of everything, even though both guys don't work nearly as well as they used to, seeing it is great. Like there was an argument made by a friend of mine that the first Avengers movie is going to be the best one out of anyone they put out, because just seeing everyone on the screen for the first time, and remembering what that felt like was amazing. And even though they've all been on screen together multiple times now, but the first time, nothing beats the first time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Usually the first time for something of that caliber is usually like the best experience.
Yeah, it's special. It holds a place in your heart.
And then you can't really recreate that, especially with someone like Braun Strowman. I mean, I would have enjoyed Roman Reigns more than Braun Strowman.
I mean, I wanted Roman to beat Goldberg. I did want that. Like, and I was actually sad when they said, "Oh, Roman's not going to be at Mania." I'm like, but Roman.
Speaking of, I do have a question. This was on the list of things we were supposed to do today. I feel like WWE, especially Vince McMahon, is mismanaging this whole Roman Reigns situation.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that, and let's do let's finish the Money in the Bank stuff just so we don't lose track.
Right.
Well, we will do that.
I've already lost.
But Money in the Bank still.
No track.
Before we get too sidetracked.
Yeah.
All right. So, next championship match.
McIntyre and
Seth Rollins and
Yep. It is McIntyre and Rollins. McIntyre's winning this, right?
I see McIntyre walking away with the belt, no problem.
I don't know how excited I am.
It sounds really good, honestly. It really does.
I am, to an extent, that they're both good workers, and it should be good. But, I mean, it's kind of predictable. I really don't see McIntyre losing this early.
No, I wouldn't think so.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, dude, people would be so mad.
Yeah, but there's no fans there to express how they feel, so they could do whatever they want.
If you were to piss off a whole group of fans and not ruin a pay-per-view, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't see him losing either, even though I would find that very humorous. I'm kind of tired of Rollins.
Why is that?
Wow.
Why is that?
Same thing about the women's division. It's just oversaturation. So like I get like Rollins has been it since Shield split. He's been in the main event since then. My major injury, and I get it. Seth Rollins is great.
Yeah.
But I feel because WWE dropped the ball with all of the Nexus, that now we don't have any real main eventers from within besides your Bray Wyatt, and your Daniel Bryan. The only two people to come out on top
from Nexus, right?
This whole group.
I mean, Ryback kind of.
Ryback didn't.
Gone now, so.
Ryback was in some main event matches, but they weren't going to really do anything with him, it seemed like.
Well, they were, but he kind of like murdered CM Punk.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, he even said that Ryback was like
very unsafe,
dumb.
Yeah, he said he was very, very unsafe. So
yeah. So I feel like we dropped the ball with our early 2010, 2009 group of main eventers, and now we're stuck with Roman and Rollins.
What, you mean
and,
Bret Hart wasn't supposed to main event anything in 2009?
Oh my god!
It was a terrible match. I don't think he was.
That's funny. All right.
What you mean? You mean Sting shouldn't have challenged for the WWE title?
Oh my god!
I mean, Seth and Sting didn't have a bad match, even though Seth almost killed him.
Dude, I forget that match exists sometimes, to be honest.
It was meant to be for
It was a good match. I feel like if Triple H had the buried him, it would have went over
You
a
said
little
if what?
bit better. But Triple H
Oh
had
yeah,
the buried him
definitely.
at
It would
WrestleMania.
have made more sense for Sting to challenge Seth. It would have been like, "Well, I beat your boss, so now I'm coming for you."
Yeah.
So it would have made more sense storyline.
But we're not here to rewrite history. This is great.
All right.
So let's get to what we're really here for. The
meat and potatoes of the subject.
the diehard Belko experiment. Who make it go first?
The diehard buckle experiment, I swear.
Oh god.
Who can get to the top floor first?
Oh, my
Stairmaster.
I want to
3
see how
hours
crazy it's gonna get. Like I want to see like them like throwing each other into offices and all this other stuff.
First of all, let me say that I feel like this is a wasted opportunity for a comedy wrestler to give us some of the best
agree.
R-Truth.
of 20.
Like imagine like R-Truth and like someone like Aleister Black riding the elevator up and having like small banter. It's like a nice weather we're having today. Yeah, that's pretty cool. They just go up an elevator, and as soon as they get to their floor, they start fighting again.
I wouldn't mind anything like that. That'd be great.
Or like he throws R-Truth throws somebody into the glass shatters, and he like goes and picks up the glass and he goes, "My bad."
Tries to put it back on the window.
Oh, man.
Again.
I love R-Truth so much.
I do too.
I feel like they could have made the match a little bit bigger.
I would have been okay with that.
True.
Because I feel like we're going to lose some people along the way.
Definitely.
That is definitely a concern.
Like you can't. I feel like you're not going to be able to make it to the top of this building. Like feasibly, I'm not going to let you make it to the top of the building. That's the easiest way to win the match, is to make sure that there's no way for anyone else to make it to the top of the building unless they have a helicopter.
Wait, hold on. They should do that.
That'd be funny.
They should do that.
Like some kind of like Mission Impossible-esque
Oh
like
my
robbery.
God, that'd be hilarious.
I want to see somebody rappelling up the side of the WWE HQ.
Oh my god.
I feel like R-Truth can totally be one of those people, but instead of like suction cups, he uses toilet
No,
plungers.
he's at the heights.
Two plungers.
Oh my god. I want to see something wacky, like something unexpected. That's what I want to see.
I want to see dumb stuff. Because this is the perfect opportunity to just do dumb things.
WWE
Like,
has to
just
be
be-
unique with this, so they have to do something stupid. They have
Like something like out of character.
My last critique of this thing is I feel like because it's at the top of another point that I was supposed to discuss, whatever happened to Titan Tower? We'll get to that later. I feel like you need to not only make it off the ladder and back down to the ring with the belt, but you also need to make it back to the bottom floor.
so grab the briefcase, then make it to the bottom floor with the briefcase.
That could be interesting.
Yes.
They're not going to do that, but it would be interesting.
Very. Just
Be very. It's like I've seen some TNA things in like the Ultimate X matches where it's not who grabs the X or the briefcase first, but it's whoever.
I mean, I've seen some unique things like that. Like there was a triple threat with Dolph, Jack Swagger, and Kofi Kingston. They both dropped the title on the floor, and then Dolph grabbed it and won the match. So,
Yeah.
Right. So similar to John Morrison at the WrestleMania ARG.
Right, exactly.
You know which one I'm talking
Oh my
about.
God.
WrestleMania on a pirate ship.
Pirate.
With no Yeah, with no
Empty
pirate.
pirate
I was very
WrestleMania.
disappointed. They didn't even have a cardboard cutout.
Nope.
Jay, you need to be here with me and Brian next time, Brian the Lion, when we watch any wrestling events, because we come up with the funniest stuff. He was like, we're gonna have WrestleMania on a pirate chair. That might be Denzel, but we were so mad that legit there was not a cardboard cutout of a pirate ship.
That was me that said that.
Legitimately mad.
I was like, at least a cardboard cutout.
I was guys, you know this. I was upset that there was no WWE special guest appearance of Paul Burchill. If you don't remember Paul Burchill, he was an ECW era superstar in the New Talent Initiative. He started as like a regular wrestler, and then he turned into a pirate.
Guy. I remember.
Yes, I'm sorry, I don't remember ECW from before I started watching.
So Kirk,
I think I remember. Now I think I remember.
He would, for his entrance, he would. I don't know if he did this weekly, but for pay-per-views, if he was on them, his entrance would literally be swinging on a rope onto the ramp.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my god,
it was weekly.
That's great. That's great.
That's funny.
So kind of like when Rey Mysterio used to jump off the stage.
I do too.
He'd swing over to that platform and like little sparks would shoot out when he hit.
Is Rey Mysterio in the Money in the Bank ladder match?
Yes, he is.
No, he's.
Think about it. He could use his old entrance and springboard to the top of the building. And
oh my god!
That'd be funny.
Song too, just to go with it.
So let's break down this match. We have Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Otis,
AJ,
Strange,
and
AJ Styles.
I know. I'm
missing someone.
Goodness. There you go. King
Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah, because we know he's not winning. That's why.
We just need another big tall guy.
He grabbed the briefcase on Friday, so yeah, he's definitely not.
So again, Money in the Bank. I feel like I did the math. It's on a piece of paper somewhere in my house. I feel like it was some sort of don't quote me on this. This is Scott Steiner math. There's like a 75 and a 5% chance that you're gonna win Money in the Bank and then cash in to become World Heavyweight Champion. It's 75% and a fifth.
I mean, it's decently high.
But then you add Baron Corbin to
that's a passing
the world titles.
But then you add Baron Corbin to the match, and you take his negative 25%. And then you have a 65 and a 5% chance that you're going to win this match and become World Heavyweight Championship. Don't quote me. This is Scott Steiner math, guys.
Scott Steiner math calculator.
Well, Corbin wouldn't have failed his cash in if he wouldn't have been, running his mouth backstage during a concussion protocol. That was his fault. He shouldn't have been saying anything. He should have just left it alone.
So you get punished for making sure you don't scramble your brain like an egg?
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but
I mean it's kind of important.
Very serious.
Yeah, concussions are very serious. Yeah, we
don't
need
very
people,
serious.
Even me, like I used to play sports, and concussion was a very, very serious topic.
It is.
Like, has anyone taught on this podcast right now ever had a concussion?
I think I've had a very light one, but I've been dizzy before, after taking a bad bump to the head.
Surprisingly,
no, bro,
I did not get one. Football.
What sport did you play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't get my concussion playing football. I got my concussion in the after-school program.
Oh, yes.
Story time. So it was the last week of school, right? And so we had this, the sumo ring, inflatable ring, and the inflatable costume thing. So I get in the sumo suit.
Remember, this is still wrestling.
Still wrestling. Sumo wrestling. So I'm bullying the little smaller kids because I'm a very large middle schooler. I'm bullying the smaller kids in sumo suit, and I thought I could take a counselor. So I bet you can't push me over in the sumo suit. And sure enough, I fly over on the back of my head, and I hit the grass, but it still hurt. And then like 5 minutes later, I come to. I'm like, bro, what
that's a concussion. Ooh, yeah.
What time is it?
One. Yeah, Jesus.
Where's my backpack? It was.
All right.
It sucked.
Let's not get off topic
for a
here.
weekend.
That's another podcast.
So,
but we should try to get back on topic here.
You.
Where is the captain?
Let's get back to it. Yeah, it sounded like he. It sounded like he disappeared.
I think he jumped ship when we started talking about WrestleMania arg.
He jumped ship.
WrestleMania.
No, he couldn't jump ship because they didn't have one.
Not even a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. Could have jumped off the cardboard cutout.
Kyrie Sane didn't even come in on a pirate ship, and that should have happened.
Dude, how did they not do anything with Kyrie at all?
And
it's so
Paul
perfect.
Stupid, man.
I have to send you. The clip of Booker T and Sharmell versus the Boogeyman from WrestleMania 22. And like he's swashbuckling and fencing with himself up on a road case.
I swear.
I have to see it.
I'm done.
That's when I think all the weird people in WWE came out. So Eugene and the $1 Million Man were there. Snitsky was there. Goldust was there. He wasn't even with the company at that time. Goldust was there, dressed as like.
Wow.
He was in a gown.
Just as a rich hooker, yeah.
So I feel like there was so much missed opportunity with such a strange theme. I think they tried to take themselves too seriously, and they're still trying to take themselves too seriously when we don't need anything more serious in the pandemic. We're already living through something serious. I feel like if anything WWE can do right now is entertain us.
Now would be exactly. Now would be the time. Not like I was saying. Now would be the time to just do dumb things. Just do it. Your ratings are dropping by 100,000 viewers every day, basically. Just do it. Just do something dumb. Like
something stupid.
You can't make it. It can't be much worse than it already is. Just try it.
Yeah, seriously. I feel like they're afraid to take risk right now.
Yeah, this is why I like. This is why I like such gimmicks like Orange Cassidy or even R-Truth, because they're just wacky and we need some goodness.
Yeah, I need to be entertained. I don't need anything more serious than wearing a face mask every time I go to McDonald's, even though I'm in the drive-thru.
Yeah,
dude, I'm so tired of wearing these stupid masks when I'm at FedEx. I'm so done with it.
Moving on.
Yeah. Anyway, who's in the women's? We've got Asuka. We've got
Lacey Evans.
Not Bailey. We've got Asuka.
Yes.
We have Shayna Baszler.
Yep. Got Nia.
We have Nia Jax.
Dana Brooke.
Yeah, I know. We have Lacey Evans. We have Dana Brooke. Who's last? Naomi?
No, not Naomi. Goodness, Carmella. There you go.
So I have a confession to make.
Carmella,
Ever since I called Nia Jax New Jack, every time I hear her name, I think about one of the Impact announcers being, "What's New Jack doing in the Impact Zone?" When he just comes out for Hardcore Justice.
Oh my god!
So Lord.
New Jack is in this match. I feel like someone's going to get hurt.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Just give Nia Jax Mark Henry's theme song.
Yes. Please, that'd be so funny.
Just bring back 36 Mafia.
Yes.
Do the thing for
I think I'm gonna do that too.
Lord, just don't do it in 20 because that game's broken.
Oh god, we don't.
She might come out like a morph polygon.
Oh no. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Oh my god. All right. I mean, what is there to say about this? Is this one also being done the whole picture-in-picture cut up throughout thing?
They said they're doing both of them at the same time. They're doing the men's and the women's at the same time.
That's so weird to me. I mean, I guess it cuts the time from the entire pay-per-view,
I would
which
be
I'm okay with.
If there was intergender matches in WWE, but since there's no intergender matches, why are we having both of these run at the same time?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're just trying to do something unique. I guess.
I mean, I guess the best time to do it is now.
I feel like it's
exactly
kind of unique, but not unique enough. When I sit here and when I can think about something and be, oh, it's really unique. It's like, okay, we haven't seen this done before, and now, oh, they're doing this because they don't want the pay-per-view to run too long.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
So I
think that's what it
so
is.
If you don't want the pay-per-view to run too long, if you don't want the pay-per-view to run too long, focus on the two stories you really. Yeah, focus on the two stories you're really trying to tell, and then have the main title matches on the show, and then cut everything else. Like, why do I need to see MVP and R-Truth fight?
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I would rather have. You know what I would rather have instead of MVP and R-Truth is Sonya Deville and Mandy. Like, that story needs to go somewhere.
It's really impressing me. I think Sonya Deville is going to come out a lot better in the story than Mandy Rose is.
Oh yeah, definitely. I see that. I feel like Sonya should get a big push out of this. I would hope, at least.
I agree.
Mandy Rose is kind of coming out of this just looking like the love interest.
Right. Well, isn't Sonya Deville a former UFC fighter? Or a former MMA fighter?
She's a former MMA fighter. I don't think she was ever in UFC. She might have been in Strikeforce, but I'm not sure.
MMA promotion.
Was it owned by UFC or was it one of the other ones?
I'm not
the
sure.
only thing that UFC owns that's another promotion is Bellator.
Oh, they used to own other promotions, but anyway. Okay.
Used to, but not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, they only own, well, obviously UFC and Bellator.
This isn't a UFC podcast, so. All right. Who do we have winning this one? Does it matter? I don't think so.
The women?
Yeah.
Honestly, I want Asuka, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Shayna.
I feel like it depends.
Yeah.
What the story?
That's the obvious pick is Shayna. Now I hear Nia is the dark horse.
Or injure everyone else in the match.
I'm going to bring. Truth.
She injures everyone else in the match. Oh god. That's the only. I guess that's the only way of her getting up the fucking ladder. She just injures everybody on the way up.
Who's trying to back up into our podcast?
FedEx and Amazon
for real.
at the same time.
It's all the other wrestling podcasts.
It's that other podcast that tried to steal our name.
They're back for revenge.
For revenge.
Yeah, I heard about that story actually listening. I was just like, that's weird.
Yeah, I didn't realize this name was so great when we picked it.
So, prediction.
I mean, I thought it was different, like when you picked the name. Like,
that's different. They thought that too, and they thought it was so different that no one else thought about it. But let's get to predictions, guys.
Right. All right. Prediction.
I said Shayna Baszler. I legit had to look up who I picked for this because I forgot. I think Baszler. And now that I actually look back at it, I'm like, she kind of has to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what else they're gonna do with her if she does.
She lost at Mania. If she loses at Money in the Bank, that's 2 big losses, 2 pay-per-views in a row, and just coming out and murdering people on Raw is not enough. I think.
Yeah.
I think Shayna has to win it.
So I'm split between Shayna and Asuka.
Either one would work.
I would like Asuka to win.
Either one would work with me, honestly.
I'm gonna stick with Shayna, but I think the other one that is the other likely option is Asuka.
Yeah, I mean, because Becky even said herself she's challenging the winner of the match.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right.
And I'm just like, so you just gave away the result, right? Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So I have yet to make my predictions just because I had a lot going on this week.
Of course.
God,
So
me too.
I think I'm gonna go with Asuka.
Yeah. That was honestly Asuka's my main picks. Asuka.
All right, Mr.
We
Liar.
can't hear you.
I'm
Brian.
here. Hello.
Hi. Who
right.
who you
I'm gonna
picking?
throw a curveball at you guys.
Okay.
For my pick, I picked Lacey Evans. And here's why. After basically not winning the SmackDown title like multiple times, I feel like this could be her time, if she wins Money in the Bank, to actually go get that belt.
Oh yeah, surprise Bailey.
Yeah, you never know, because Bailey basically fended her off multiple times and just like, you're not even worth it anymore. But like, if she comes back with the briefcase, it could be
Bailey has something to fear.
Something.
Yeah, Bailey's gonna have something to fear, and that could set up Sasha turning on Bailey. So,
Okay.
I like the sound.
Yeah, think about it.
All right.
Alrighty.
Let's go to the men's. Yeah.
Let's do men's next.
Men's.
Yeah. See, I know where you were going. I got you.
Got to be on the same page.
Always.
Yes.
This is true. All right. I have AJ Styles winning this, to be honest. They kind of, he even said to, I forget what publication, but he even said that WWE kind of ruined his coming back and that like after a month, it really should have been longer.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
It should have been.
But if you have him come back, I mean, he had just had a match against The Undertaker at Mania that was one of the most talked about matches in history.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like
So,
Styles
I have
is gonna do
Styles.
everything that can be done in WWE before he retires.
Yeah.
Yes, so that they can put him in the Hall of
But
Fame.
Yeah.
I'm
Because he
going to
belongs.
disagree. I'm going with Aleister Black.
I think I'm the only one that's going for Styles, to be honest.
That's my pick, Aleister Black. I feel like he
Yeah.
would
Like
be great.
Kirk.
I would love if Aleister Black had it as well, but I don't know, just something in my head or something in my heart says,
Kirk, you know how I
says
feel about AJ
Styles.
Styles. You know how I feel about
I
it.
don't.
How do you sit here and listen to me in the best of 2010s and not know how I feel about AJ Styles?
Oh, that you love 20 Styles. I almost just said 20
That's his rap
Styles.
name.
That should be his mission.
20 Styles.
20.
The 20 Styles.
But I just
Yeah, that you love.
I just feel
AJ.
like he doesn't need it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's an argument I sympathize with. That's fair.
Like, yes, it would be nice, but he doesn't need it right now. I feel like here's how the Money in the Bank.
Okay, I'm gonna concede you that, but I'm gonna counter. Did Goldberg need the WWE Championship or Universal?
Did Goldberg
Nope.
need to come back to wrestling at all?
This.
Nope.
Championship? No.
He could have stayed home. He could have stayed home with his family. He did not need
I
to
wish
come
he
back
would have
home.
fucking
He just
stayed home.
he just wanted Littleberg to see him wrestle.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Littleberg,
Little
Bird.
Little Billy Goldberg.
little Billy Bird.
Hey, if his son becomes a wrestler, I'm hoping his son
His
will
son
be way
looks-
better than him.
His son has the body of an accountant. Let's move on.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Hey, I'm in school to be an accountant. I take offense. Screw
You
you.
have the body of an accountant. Yeah,
Dave, Brian,
no,
fuck
I'm-
off.
So my prediction, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. I'm picking Aleister Black as well.
Hey,
Mainly,
I'm the only one picking
yes,
Styles,
and here's
man.
why. Well, as much as AJ Styles is one of the best performers right now
In the history
for
of
sure,
wrestling.
but like, Aleister Black,
True.
he really hasn't. They really have done almost nothing with him.
I feel like Brian is fading away into the
Just
Phantom
watch
Zone.
That's why he's not winning.
The Phantom Zone. So you heard I said that.
Oh my god, he's fading.
He
to
himself
black
is
right
about to
now.
fade to black.
Yes, but you heard I said though, right?
Yeah.
No.
They haven't
wait,
done anything
no?
with
Maybe?
Aleister Black since he's been up on the main roster, except
Oh,
for
yes, that
that
one.
short-lived team
Yeah,
with
that.
Ricochet.
They did, yeah. I love
It
That
that.
was a
was
good
awesome.
They
team
even
too.
did something with
I
Ricochet
really did
before
like
they did with
that.
Aleister Black.
And then they
Yeah,
fed him
they
to
did
Brock
that.
Lesnar.
Yeah, and squashed
yes,
all his
I-
Well,
momentum.
he was already on the
I
honestly
feel
downturn
like
before that.
I think it's Aleister Black's time to like get a good push, because he like when it comes to his wrestling style, he is like the way he wrestles is pretty unique nowadays for sure. Because like at least in the WWE, but he's one of those wrestlers that's like the way he runs with his character and the way he wrestles just works so well. And
Yes.
I feel like it's time for a push. He needs
I-
it. He earned it for sure.
Yes,
I think-
I agree.
Here's a opinion of mine. I feel like Aleister Black should have joined Selena's Vega's stable
I mean,
instead of
yeah.
Austin Theory.
I don't know.
Yes.
I
I
don't know. I feel like
I don't know that I agree.
This is true.
I feel like he's better.
I agree with that. I think he's a much better, or he either needs to be a single star or the leader, because he can't fall. He is not the kind that
he,
can
he
fall in
would've-
line.
if he would
Yeah.
have joined the stable, he definitely would have been the leader of the stable.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
If he comes in and takes over, like how when in AEW the Dark
Brody
Order,
Lee.
those two were
Yeah.
kind of like co-owners, not Brody Lee.
I know.
The other two.
Evil Uno and Grayson.
Yeah.
Yes. They were kind of co-owners, and they kept talking about the Exalted One, but they still ran the Dark Order
Right.
until Brody Lee revealed himself as the Exalted One, and now it's all Brody.
Yeah.
That would have to be Aleister Black.
That makes.
I could see that. I could see that a lot better than Austin Theory. I love Austin Theory. I love the Ataxia, but he had like 3.5 NXT matches.
I feel like he should have been in NXT.
Well, I mean, this whole thing happened. Andrade was out for reasons
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, 30 days because of the
because of the marijuana.
Yes. Was it ever revealed that that's what it was?
Was it real?
I think it was.
I thought it was.
I have to
Anytime someone
assume.
gets a I've been told we
You're cutting out.
lost into the Matrix.
Yeah, you became robotic. Shoot, they were taking over.
Skynet.
Yeah.
Oh, he said
Yeah.
I became robotic.
First of
I
all,
know. I'm
it's the
infecting
Matrix.
See, guys, this is how you know we don't do any editing or anything. We're leaving this.
We're leaving it all.
We leave it
Even
all.
the Matrix.
Yeah.
Even the Matrix.
All right.
So yeah, I would have loved to see that.
Is there any
But I gotta go with Aleister Black. I feel like he would be a great underdog briefcase holder, such like CM Punk back in the day.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose. I'm sorry, John Moxley.
Right.
I'm not allowed to say Dean Ambrose
We're
anymore.
gonna get sued. Right.
We're gonna get a cease and desist.
We're not. We aren't the Young Bucks.
You know WWE doesn't listen to podcasts unless they make them.
That's true. Do they make
Corey
any
Graves had
podcasts?
one.
Yeah, but is it under
Yes.
WWE ownership,
No,
or is
under-
it just him?
It's WWE ownership.
Broken Skull, yeah. All right. What's next? Do we want to do the WWE match?
Yeah, we might
championship?
as well. I think, of course, McIntyre. It's not. I think they're setting up a proper feud for him to lose the belt to. I want to say it might be Jinder Mahal.
Please don't.
Here's what we need. We need
Oh
to make
my
it come
God!
full
Can we
circle.
not do
Heath
that?
Slater needs to come back
Please, no.
super jacked and win.
The experiment failed. Leave it alone.
Drew McIntyre holds the belt for 2 years to lose to Heath Slater.
Again, I think it's going to be Jinder Mahal.
Absolutely.
I didn't think. Oh, listen, guys,
Ew.
let me speak.
Ew.
Let me speak. I didn't think that his run as WWE champion was terrible. I think it was the people he had matches against. Randy Orton.
Incredible wrestler. It can have him bent match with a broomstick.
See, Randy Orton is. I'm not going to say anything.
Although, you know, we're talking 2017, and his character was boring.
Yeah.
Or 2018.
So again, I can't fault all of Jinder Mahal for that run. It's kind of like
it was really bad timing for sure.
I can't.
Originally, Rusev was supposed to get that push.
That would have been.
I feel like
that
my favorite part of his run, Jinder's run, was it was when it started. Listen, it was when it started, and there's this clip on the WWE Network of him winning, and the Indian announce team was just like India #1. They were started screaming India #1.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, true.
India #1. India #1. Okay, I'm gonna not do that because that sounds a little racist.
I mean, kind of.
But they did say it.
A little bit.
Like they said it first. I'm just
we'll link
regurgitating.
it to the podcast Twitter, so we don't get assumed as racist.
Yeah, definitely good idea.
Yeah, seriously.
So yeah, I think Jinder Mahal. And they do have this Indian tag team that's coming up in NXT right now. These guys are huge.
They do?
Oh yeah, I've seen those guys. I forgot
these guys are huge. So if they're gonna do it again,
those dudes are huge.
Like bigger than AOP or
comparable to AOP.
Yes, they're bigger than AOP.
Size, or are we talking popularity?
Oh yeah,
size. So I don't.
Well, definitely not popularity because I know who AOP is, and I have no fucking clue
I would
who these
say
guys
they're similar to Malabahi Shira. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him.
Yes, I know who that is.
Oh, I remember him from.
Yes, I know who that is.
There's two of them. There's basically two of this guy, and they're really big. So if they're gonna do that again, I feel like that's the tag team to do it with, and not the Singh brothers.
Instead
just
of
give
the
them proper time.
The Singhs.
Speaking of AOP,
I think one of them is injured.
Because they were on Raw
being irrelevant
and then disappeared.
I think Razor is injured.
I believe so.
Oh,
I think he has been for a while.
I think it's a bicep injury.
Okay.
Who?
Oh,
who is causing feedback?
It sounds like somebody is.
I don't know.
Having their lawn serviced.
Oh, no, someone's
I'm sorry.
He's keeping clean and tidy.
Yeah, my door is closed, but it's a
look here.
My door is closed.
You got to make sure all the owners are vacuumed up.
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure you get all the Ronies.
Truth.
Them damn Ronies.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're all in McIntyre.
Yeah. I said, and I honestly think it's
yes, McIntyre.
It's not really a question. I honestly think we're going the same with Braun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braun, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like
if Bray's gonna beat Braun, he's gonna do it as the Fiend.
I think that I said earlier that him being just Bray Wyatt was important because they're not giving the Fiend a match loss this
So
early.
again, they're extending this for another month.
So at least the next pay-per-view, right?
Yes, at least.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, there's an
There's more story there.
What is the next pay-per-view?
Great Balls of Fire.
Oh no!
Oh my god, I remember that. Joe and Lesnar.
All right. Well, that was easy. So SmackDown women's match, Tamina and Bailey.
So you guys ready for another
Yeah.
curveball?
Bailey.
Tamina.
Don't say it. You're
Tamina.
really going to go with Tamina?
Here's why. 'Cause
Why?
Bailey, do you know how long Bailey's actually had that belt for?
A very long time.
Yeah, see, too
long?
Why?
If
why?
Tamina
I don't know the exact
doesn't
amount of days
beat her, then like she's definitely gonna lose that belt the next pay-per-view if she's on that card. Because like she's had that belt for a long time. Like I'm not saying that her run was terrible; it wasn't that great, but like she has to. Yeah,
it's gotten better in recent times than it had when it first started.
Does Tamina winning have anything to do with Sasha interference?
If Sasha
I would assume so.
Turn on Bailey,
I would think
feel like
so.
that could be a good way to do it.
Okay.
Especially because I love a heel Sasha Banks more than I like a face Sasha Banks, to be honest.
Since Sasha Banks is not in the ladder match, I feel like that could be a possibility where she finally turns on her.
Well, actually, Bailey is the reason Sasha didn't make it into the ladder match in the first place. So you know what? I can see now. I can see Sasha being like, "Well,
the
you cost
referee
me,
is
so I'm going to
either
cost you."
dead
So
because someone breathed on him, or it could be some kind of like interference where, like, say, like, oh, Tamina is like getting angry with the ref, or like for some reason Tamina takes a spill or something, and the referee is checking on her or something that has to distract the referee, and Sasha like kills her basically, and Tamina wins.
I'm kind of nervous about Tamina in a match because I feel like she's made out of paper mache.
I mean, here's the thing though. She like comparing her to Nia Jax really quick as just being a big woman. Like I feel like she's a lot safer than Nia Jax is. So I feel like being a safe worker made out of paper mache is better than a wrecking ball made out of more wrecking balls.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I see that, but
she is safe. I mean, the only really quote unquote dangerous thing she does is the Superfly Splash. So, yeah.
I feel like Nia Jax should just has anyone played Gears of War?
No.
Anyone? The first one?
I've seen gameplay, but I've not.
Or the third one?
I've played all of them.
I've played the demo of the third one.
Nia Jax reminds me of a berserker sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god.
I just kind of want to see something happen to her, and she just run around uptight and down like Nia angry.
It's like that.
Oh no!
Like that one skit from SNL where The Rock is playing The Rock Obama.
Yes.
Nia angry must kill other opponents.
I'd love. That almost made me change my pick.
I want someone to make a nod to that during the match. I want someone to be like, "Don't injure me!" Like she's coming towards him. Don't injure me.
Oh god! Carmella would do it.
They could do something like that where she's walking towards the camera and kill someone.
I love her skits on Twitter
or something.
Oh yeah, Dana Brooke.
Yeah,
I think that's
she kills her. She just like no, and then she like gets thrown off the roof or something.
Also, why is Dana?
Someone's getting thrown off that roof.
I have a gripe to pick. Now that I'm thinking about it with the women's match, why is Liv Morgan not in this match? She's had a lot of momentum lately. And
they've been doing a lot. I'm surprised she didn't make it to this match.
If you're gonna hurt somebody in this match, like push wise, why hurt someone that's being pushed when you can just hurt Dana Brooke?
Just hurt them. Just hurt them for real.
Oh my god!
Why sacrifice someone who's doing well when you can just stick a nobody in?
I feel like Brooke is going to be the Finn Balor of last year's match.
So what you're saying is So what you're saying is she's gonna get a hefty bonus for every time someone kills her.
Pay-per-view bonuses aren't a thing anymore.
Yes.
I feel like Finn Balor needed that if he didn't get it.
Oh, that's right. They're not.
Dude, if he didn't get it, he better have
He got like
gotten
merch
something.
buys.
Like a handy from
gold
Mandy
card.
Rose or
Oh
something.
wow!
Oh my god!
He got a gas
Mandy?
card.
You got a NASCAR?
A gas card.
Even better.
Oh, gas card.
Oh my god.
That's a lot more likely.
Vince McMahon said that was such
All
good
right.
shit.
Yeah. He's like, here's a gas card.
Okay, what is next?
Did we do the tag teams? No, we did not.
We've talked about
We
everything.
did not. We talked about them. We just haven't done predictions.
I'm going with the New Day retainer.
So hold on, wait. This is a twofold question because the hacker is teasing someone breaking up.
Okay. Oh, Miz and Morrison. I already see that coming, honestly.
Yeah.
Is it time?
Miz has been
Is it?
losing.
No,
Miz lost the
they
tag
gave
team
it.
titles. Miz is the one who lost them.
So
Yeah,
is
Miz
it
lost
time
the tag
for
team
the New Day to
titles.
break
That
up?
gives Morrison a reason.
I think it
Is
would have been during the whole Kofi
I
thing.
feel like they
I
need
don't think so
Xavier
now.
Woods to come back first if they're going to break up.
Yeah.
He should.
Oh, wait a minute.
True.
Not that I know.
Xavier
Xavier's
cleared?
Should be.
Someone would have found that out.
I don't believe so.
Given the
He
time
would
frame
have
of his
said it on
injury,
up,
I
up,
think
down,
he should
down
be
or
Yeah.
cleared.
something.
Because if he is,
True. It's
I'm
been
not
it's
going
been
to
almost
heal
a year
Xavier
since he came in.
Woods, but I think he's much better as a face.
I would
I
like a
don't
heel Kofi Kingston
That would be
because
cool.
he's never been healed before.
Yeah. True. Well, only heel with the
Right.
New Day, but that's it.
As a group, and they weren't really like heel.
And that was when they first
they
came out, though.
But they didn't seem
They-
dastardly healed. Like
They were never dastardly heels. They were just like,
Yeah.
we don't want to watch you right now.
Exactly. They were like annoying.
right.
They were the kind of
There
they
you
were
go.
the
I love
kind
a
of
good
group that
dastardly.
everyone loved to
Dastardly
hate
heels and
just
annoying.
because they're annoying.
Yes, I do. I do too.
Yes.
Funny
Yeah.
story. I almost got me and my friend Gary. He hasn't been on the podcast yet, but we almost got in a fight in Anaheim with someone who tried to argue us saying that he knew they sucked, and she was like rearing back with her fist, looked like she was ready to punch someone. But it was interesting
geez.
time. Like people get really worked up over the New Day, or they used to.
Oh my.
New Day sucks. It's like, dude, we're big and black. This is all we have in WWE right now.
Right.
This is all we've had in WWE for a long time. Let us be happy with what we
I
have.
think she's just upset because she's not in the Money in the Bank
Yeah,
ladder match.
let us have something. Good.
She was.
Okay. I actually have the Forgotten Sons winning this. I think it's just because they have the upwards trajectory. And I mean, I could be wrong because they're new, but I like the Forgotten Sons. I think they're a very interesting dynamic. Something.
Oh, I love them too, but I feel like they should. I feel like
First
even
of all,
NXT they should have won. the
I'm
tag
okay
titles.
with them not winning it in NXT. But I mean, it would have been nice. I would have liked them to have won the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
So I'm gonna ask, how many times has Gunner been in WWE?
Has he been?
What's his name now?
Gunner
So
Jackson
Jackson
Ryker.
just to give
Jackson
you guys some information. He was Chris Benoit's protege way back on TV. Yeah,
Huh.
He was?
I did
that
not know
was
that
like,
either.
I want to say like around the time I first started watching, back when Chris Benoit was on SmackDown around his U.S. title run. He worked WWE for a while back when JBL was a thing, and then he kind of just disappeared. Then he got.
Can JBL not be a thing anymore?
It'd be cool.
Sorry, I really don't like JBL.
I love JBL's character. I don't like him as a person.
His heel
But,
work was pretty good, not gonna lie.
That's fair.
Yeah. I agree with that.
He was the last great dastardly
Yeah.
heel we
Definitely.
had in WWE.
I like it when he got
Man.
made fun of. That was about it.
But I mean, that was his character. But anyway, he went to TNA for a
Okay.
while.
Yeah.
Got huge.
Are we on
Whoever
Gunner
saw
again?
Gunner. Got huge.
Oh, he was huge in TNA. Jesus Christ!
And then he came back to WWE because he was huge, and they stuck him with like 2 parts of other failed tag teams, and they called them the Forgotten Sons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like
Jay Cutler and
Wesley Blake.
Steve Cutler
thank
and
you.
Wesley Blake.
Steve Cutler.
Yeah. So Wesley Blake
Blake,
was in
that's right.
Blake and Murphy.
Blake and Murphy. Yeah.
Yep.
Murphy's killing it.
Alexa's killing it. He kind of got left behind. Forgotten.
He really did.
I don't remember Steve Cutler's origins.
I want to say he was like any like not DDT but like PWG and those like evolved over time. I don't know if he was ever in Ring of Honor or anything like that.
Okay. Just over here. It's Bedlam in Long Beach.
Is it protesting or is it like people trying to do like the drive-by things
that was
where
May
they're
1st.
like trying to?
That was May 1st.
Oh yeah, that's right. You actually did have a protest in Long Beach.
This is just everyday Long Beach. There's a lot of crazy people in the area. I live right off of downtown Long Beach. Like I could walk to the Aquarium of the Pacific and the Pike and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Dang.
So
cool.
It's really nice over here, but we kind of have the same issues that any other downtown area would have. A lot of homeless people, a lot of crazy people.
Yeah.
Right. But it's really...
Well, California just has a lot of homeless people in general, warm. To be fair.
But back to the match. Everyone in this match has been forgotten. A lot of people even forgot that Gunner was in WWE at one point.
I didn't know that, but also it's kind of hard to forget something you never did.
I did neither.
The Lucha House Party.
Yeah.
They can do some really cool stuff with the ladder match, but they're definitely just not winning. Like I honestly feel bad for them.
So is it a ladder match?
Yes.
No. It's a fatal 4-way.
I thought it was a ladder.
Oh, so they're definitely losing.
No, The only ladder matches are the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. I honestly think either the Lucha House Party or Miz and Morrison.
If Lucha House Party for some reason wins, I'm just gonna be like,
definitely. I can see that.
Well, just give me a double shot of tequila because I'm gonna need to forget this.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what? Like I will say it right now, live on the podcast.
I will take
2 shots if Lucha House Party.
I will take those with you.
Same. I will take 2 shots.
I'm looking at the bottle of tequila right now.
I'm thinking.
Hello, my old friend.
I'm thinking about tomorrow on the Twitter page that I'm gonna put up some drinking rules. That's neither here nor there. Also, man, I want some ice cream now. I hear that in the back.
Again, Long Beach is so moody. It's like first there's car alarms and people screaming, and then the ice cream truck and the tamale man is coming, which is yeah.
All right.
I have.
Who has not said their predictions for this match yet?
I said Miz and Morrison to win, and here's why. I feel like they need both members of their team to be in the match and lose their belts for them to break up. Like, think about it. Like, we've seen tag teams do it in the past where, they lost the belt. Like, tensions were already building before the match. It's like, if we lose the belts, what are we going to do? And then one of them eventually turns on them.
Right.
On the other. So I feel like if they're going to break up, they need to win the belts again and then lose them in order for them to end up breaking up. I believe so. If they're gonna,
And you think that's
like
where they're
how you
headed?
said, the hacker is teasing a breakup within one of the teams. I feel like Miz and Morrison has a good opportunity, not really an opportunity, but has a good chance of breaking up their team if they end up either just straight up losing the ladder match and just the match really, and blaming it on each other, or winning, then losing the belts, and then blaming each other.
So
Yeah, it would be disrespectful if they didn't.
Yeah, because New Day
So
should
here-
not break up until Xavier comes back. That's for
here's
sure.
how I'm feeling. There's only 2 teams in this match that anyone would care about if they broke up. So it's
Oh,
clearly
no.
not going to be the Forgotten Sons they just got there.
Yeah.
And no one would
Some
care if
people
Lucha
forgot
House
they were
Party
even a
broke
team to
up.
begin with.
No.
I know I did.
Honestly, I
And only
honestly did.
That's mean. Kalisto deserves better.
Lucha things, yeah.
Kalisto still hasn't
Good
even
Lucha.
been there. It's been Lindsay
Lucha
Dorado
things,
and Grand
yeah.
Oh,
Metalik.
that's true.
Also,
I don't know where Kalisto is right
And
now.
Metalik
I haven't seen
was
him.
in the finals of the first Cruiserweight Classic, and he's now jobbing to the Forgotten Sons.
did anyone else notice that
Right.
Lindsay Dorado has a tattoo of the first generation Pokemon starters on his forearm?
He does?
Yes.
I have a
yes.
little more respect for them.
Yeah, I saw
That's
it. I was like,
cool.
that's cool.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
All right.
So I believe he's like
Um,
our age, if not a little bit older. So
To the rescue.
I
Hold
think
on.
so too.
to the rescue.
He
Yeah, with how long
is
he took with that
32.
rescue,
Okay.
I could have died.
All right. Not too far off.
Okay, so they're like in their 30s. They're not that old, but not that
And
young.
Well.
Grand Metalik is 31.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like they're old enough. They're old enough to leave WWE and have a promising career outside.
Yeah.
Can I say okay, buddy. Can I just say I don't really care who wins this match.
He just wants to be entertained.
Okay. I mean,
Right.
to be fair, I don't really care much about WWE matches anymore in general. I use them as an
Hey,
excuse
I
to
get
drink
invested in
and not
some
be
of the
labeled an
matches.
alcoholic.
No. So I'm invested in the rest of the card, but it's like there's a fatal 4-way for the tag team division that really kind of sucks because it's been built around the New Day and the Usos for
Yeah.
the past
I miss old tag team wrestling.
10 years.
At least 6.
Right. So the only reason the Usos didn't win the belt at Money in the Bank is because one of them is injured. So now WWE, instead of pushing the rest of the division, is like, okay, who's going to fill this void until they come back? And we lost Denzel.
Whoops.
Another one has fallen.
I mean, another one bites the dust.
All come full
Well,
circle.
hey, you know what? It's like how we started.
Yes. We you said what he had to say and he left. But yeah, I can't get invested in a division that the institution itself is not invested in. To the point of your Dash Wilder and what's the other guy's name? Dash Wilder. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. I don't.
Scott Dawson.
Dawson. Yeah.
Now known as the Revolt. Yeah.
Sorry, I heard your question. I was just typing for somebody.
The Revolt. Yeah. Much to what they were saying is like if you're not going to be invested in this division, it's Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler now.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be invested in a division that you're not invested in. So, like, why should I care?
Well, I'm not invested in WWE in general. I haven't watched Raw since 2017 or something.
Is that the end of all the stuff that mattered on this
That
card?
matters.
Let me look through.
Yeah, it is.
Did we talk about the
Sure.
the
We
R-Truth
did that.
and
We did those.
MVP match?
We didn't do Archer. I think I'm going with MVP.
I think MVP is going to win because he's really trying to push his new stable that he's.
Yeah.
So give MVP to win.
Yeah, I say Cesaro. Yeah, but
And
I
then
feel like
Cesaro.
Hardy's going to win.
You think Hardy's going to win?
Hardy's going to win because they're pushing him right now.
I don't agree with that, and I don't agree with that because the fact that they're trying to give Sammy's stable, him, Shinsuke, and Cesaro thing, and I think giving Cesaro a win on a kickoff is something that they can say. And plus, Cesaro.
Question: why hasn't Sheamus joined that stable
think about
yet?
it. We got the bar back.
Absolutely. Like, I don't understand. I can hear Kirk in your mic.
I'm here to help fill
But
the
I can't
gaps
hear Kirk in
of
his
him
mic.
being lost in the Matrix.
That's awesome.
Does that work
better? So I feel like that. I feel like if we're gonna give Zayn's faction some more life, let Nakamura challenge Bray Wyatt or Braun Strowman. Make him the heavyweight contender,
yeah.
and then
Tag
you
team
have the
titles.
bar back, which will bring some more life into this tag team division, right?
Okay, I agree, except I feel like having Sheamus along with the other guys kind of puts them down a peg. And what I mean by that is that you have this person who has done he's, I believe Sheamus is a Grand Slam champion, won everything. He won in the Bank winner, which a lot of people forget. All these accolades, and then you have Sami Zayn, who only just now won the title in WWE. You have Shinsuke, who should have been WWE champion a long time ago, and his reign is forgettable. And then you have Cesaro, who is so criminally underused that I would like him to be the leader, but that's irrelevant. You put Sheamus up with those guys, and if you don't make it extremely clear that Sammy's leader, he kind of overtakes Sammy.
Opinion about that.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, we can see a Shield-esque / almost Nexus kind of thing where they can team up. Depending on how people see them, they might not be able to take them as seriously as Kirk is, and they can basically change people's minds by winning, basically having everyone draped in gold. Then they can be taken seriously.
I agree, except they tried that with
they're called the
what was the group? Del Rio,
the League of Nations.
Tried that with League of Nations and it fell apart. So I'm less convinced of that argument, considering they so brutally messed it up with that group.
Who was in that group? It was Sheamus,
Del Rio, Sheamus.
It was Del Rio. It was Rusev.
Wade Barrett
wasn't really doing anything.
Wade Barrett.
That
was the last one.
Since the Nexus got pounded into dirt by John the Super Saiyan Man Cena, and Rusev after basically losing his titles and not doing too much with Lana at the time, they didn't really have much going for them. Even Sheamus at the time didn't have much going for me either, but with a group that does have something going for them. Yeah, but still,
he had just ended the world title run.
Because we all know Shinsuke Nakamura is probably one of the best wrestlers in that group as of right now. Yeah. He is
probably the best
they can
wrestler
have a
in that
lot
group,
of
to be
things
honest.
going for them if they all decide to team up, because they can honestly, if applied correctly, they can honestly be better than the Nexus.
I believe you're being paged by one of our housemates, my friend.
Can I mention that Del Rio, no, Wade Barrett was on his way out in League of Nations, and Del Rio had problems with the WWE.
That is true.
He was like a notable problem child of the company. So if you get, I think these guys would succeed where League of Nations didn't.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could see that. I don't know. I'm. Jesus, man, you're not joking.
No, it's crazy out here.
I would be like I say, I'm just apprehensive because like they're just finally starting to get something going with those guys, with with Cesaro, with Shinsuke Nakamura, with Sami Zayn, and I don't want to introduce anything other than what's there that could potentially ruin it. I'm like I said, I'm apprehensive towards that.
Well, I mean, even if you stick Cesaro and Nakamura together as a tag team and just have Sheamus focus on heavyweight contention, I feel like they'd be better together.
Yeah, I mean, I would like it. It would have to be done right, and I don't know that I give WWE that credit or that ability.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, I think that's everything that matters. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Sounds good to
might
me.
about wrap it up.
All right, I want to do one thing, and it's just an idea I'm thinking of. I want to introduce a segment where we do best we saw during the week and worst. It can be whatever you want that we haven't discussed already. Just something. So
best what and of the week?
Yeah,
I'm
best,
sorry.
best
like
thing you saw in
spotlights and
wrestling.
stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, something we didn't talk about. I want to
You in
bring
the back.
Ooh, can I? Ooh, pick me.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So best thing in wrestling this week is Kenny Omega and Broken Matt Hardy ran over Sammy
They
Guevara.
did, and it was hilarious.
I honestly have not seen that.
Brian, did you see that? Okay, I will show it to you
Oh, no, it was
after.
great.
I will show it to you after this is over.
So just a quick just briefly explain the match. It was a no disqualification match between Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara versus Kenny Omega and Broken Matt Hardy. I believe in the match, Sammy Guevara hit Matt Hardy so hard
my
he
God,
reverted
really?
back to
Okay, I need to
version
see
1
this
Matt
now.
Hardy.
I really
Yes.
Yeah, I need to find this because I did not watch NXT or AEW this week. I just saw little snippets. So.
And then Matt Hardy, then he reverted back to Damascus, what he's calling himself now.
Yes.
And he ran over
wait,
Chris Jericho
what?
and Sammy Guevara in a golf cart.
That's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, I definitely. Need to
Yeah,
see
it was
this
in a golf
because it
cart.
Sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole segment was great.
And then the best thing that I saw in wrestling this week, it's now Karrion Kross, but Killer Kross debuted on NXT with Scarlett Bordeaux. They dropped her last name, and the theme song is incredible. Like, if you haven't seen the debut video, go watch it because it's fabulous. It's a very, very good song that CFO made, and it's kind of eerie and creepy. And Killer Kross looks incredible.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Killer Kross.
I don't know anything about Killer Kross, so like for me, seeing that, I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, but it looked nice. He was a thing in TNA for a while, as well as Major League Wrestling. But he just kind of no-sold a bunch of work, and it was kind of weird. So
This is the same problem I had with Leo Rush for a long time.
Right. He just no-sold a lot of things that I saw. Hopefully they change my mind.
Okay. And then, Mr. Brian, did you find anything interesting this week?
It's not on the grand scheme of things as what you guys brought up, but I did find, I think it was on SmackDown. Was it? I don't know if it was yesterday's SmackDown or last week's SmackDown, but to further the tensions between Bray and Braun Strowman, he's been bringing up his old goat mask. So like I feel like that's an interesting way of igniting a fire in a quote unquote feud. Like I haven't really seen much wrestling as of late. I've been busy, but that was the one thing I did see. Because even on Alexo's Bliss show, A Moment in Bliss, Braun thought they got a gift for him. I'm pretty sure we've all seen it, but it was the mask. So I feel like that's a great way to, like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have another match because, like we said, like for our predictions, I don't think Bray's gonna win yet, but like it would be a great way to further that tension in the feud once the Fiend shows up for the belt.
It's reminiscent of when Revival and DIY were, or no, wasn't that? It was when.
Oh, we're losing him. Oh no, he's gone. The Smith got him. Uh-oh. Am I alone? Brian, you there? Well, that ends that segment. I guess we'll take it out from here unless someone reconnects. Did have a question. I was thinking about Hell in a Cell, emanating from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, thinking about the Brock Lesnar and Undertaker match. I remember at the end of the match, the Wyatt family kind of carried Undertaker out, and I don't remember them doing anything with that. Hopefully someone can research that and tweet me back. But yeah, I'm not gonna. The worst thing I saw in wrestling this week, I'll carry on this segment by myself. We'll just do it live. Viewership is continuing to fall for every wrestling promotion, I believe. I did sort of hear that AEW lost millions of dollars because of the coronavirus. So we're continuing to hope and pray that we get some sort of cure or treatment for this virus so wrestling can go back to the way it was. Who's back?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, mine disconnected, so
just me still
gonna try from the same room now, the same place.
Oh. Awesome. So yeah, I got my worst bit in. I got my worst bit of wrestling I've seen this week. It was just more coronavirus related things.
I saw this week. It actually happened, I think, just a couple days
ago.
Back to Scarlett Bordeaux. She was, I think she had just debuted. I think it was a debut match in AAA in Mexico, and a fan, during the match, Scarlett got up against the barrier between the crowd and the ring, and some fan grabbed her around the midriff and was holding her there, and she had to be literally rescued and pulled away by a fellow wrestler. And that kind of stuff really irritates me. I really don't like it when people think that it's okay to touch the wrestlers or anything. And then in the same card, a male wrestler was in full view of the camera. Some girl smacked his ass as he was exiting back towards the ring. I really don't like that kind of stuff. I think when wrestling fans do it, it's a massive blot on the industry.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh wow.
I feel like example when a wrestler in the example WWE stuff, mostly when someone does an attack, Dean Ambrose used to do this all the time, where even Moxley does it now, but when he would attack someone, do something, whatever, and then run into the crowd, basically saying, yeah, I'm the big man, bigger than you, and everyone here in the audience can agree with me, and they're do things they'll pat them on the back or stuff like that.
I don't even like that.
Yeah, it's okay to an extent. Even that situation many years ago when CM Punk punched a fan.
Yeah. I mean, that one was weird.
Yeah, because what I heard about that was he had punched the wrong guy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, And because like some dude I think like shoved back of his head or like punched him or something, and CM Punk punched the wrong guy.
Yeah, he did. There's video of it.
Yeah, I seen the video.
Yeah, that kind of stuff I don't like.
Yeah, I feel like fan interaction.
Wow.
Like, like obviously we want it to be there, but like I feel like when it comes to wrestlers going into the audience, I feel like there should be more of a sense of like security. Like I know they have security up in the stands too, but it's like,
don't touch the wrestlers.
Yeah, just don't. Like let them perform because they're here performing for you.
Yeah.
Like if it's just like a pat on the back, then that's perfectly fine. But like don't be that person, because they're
don't grab a female wrestler around the midriff and hold her against the barrier, and then force another female masked wrestler, who I think is in AAA supposed to be a heel. I may get that wrong, so don't quote me on that. But like when you have to save another wrestler, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's even happened at least mostly back in the day, like Attitude / like a ruthless aggressive era. Like a lot of people would jump the barricade just to get close to someone. Like it happened. It was a weird segment where it was back in the day where Linda McMahon was coming out to say something. And I think she was like, it was like Triple H and Stephanie, I think, were like, they were feuding against basically the McMahons at the time. And some dude jumped the barricade running towards Linda and Triple H. And it was on camera too. He lunged at the guy to tackle him, but the cameras stayed on Linda because obviously, like, why would you show someone jumping a barricade? But like these people, like these performers basically put their lives on the line basically to entertain us. And I feel like you should give them a little more respect in the sense of just don't interfere with them and let them do their jobs so we all can have a good time when we're watching these people. Because honestly, like even like the bottom of the barrel performers, like the jobbers or something, like those guys are putting their all into performing, even if they're just jobbers, really.
I'd like to say that even though wrestling is extremely choreographed and made to make everyone else feel safe, made to make the participants in the act stay as safe as possible.
Absolutely.
Let's not forget the fact that most of these wrestlers can still kick your ass.
Bret Hart. He cleaned his clock. I love Dash Wilder so much for that.
I feel like that was
Dax Harwood now.
So again, back in the 80s, it was really bad. I remember Jim Cornette telling a story where he was managing somebody and someone jumped the rail and he cleaned him with his tennis racket.
Jesus.
And then, like, he dented the side of the tennis racket up against this guy's head.
Funny.
It's not funny.
So again, this is not
really serious.
It's not funny, and these wrestling holds are legit. They can hurt you if you don't know how to take them. So I would not
respect the art enough to not do it.
Ever
but
attack a professional
those
wrestler.
People that are thinking about getting into the ring with these people, remember, these people are still athletes, even though
Shinsuke Nakamura fought a Gracie in a mixed martial arts ring. He lost, but he fought a Gracie.
Yeah.
Like he is a legit mixed martial artist. A lot of them have some kind of combat fighting experience.
Absolutely.
Don't mess with that.
No, like one, like little tangent here. One match, Triple H and Steve Austin back in the day. Steve Austin was a face, Triple H was a heel, but a fan jumped in the ring and Triple was getting on Steve Austin, but Triple H got on him and kicked his ass. And even back in those days, even the referee got in on it.
Yeah,
like the
referees would take shots.
Yeah, like when Triple H had that fan down, the referee was kicking him.
Oh yeah,
good.
Just don't.
You deserve it.
Don't jump in the ring with these people. Let them work.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want people going to your work to bother you. Don't bother these people. They're they're just trying to do their job.
I wish you would. I'd cut a promo.
Yep,
I believe so.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sign out the.
All right, and is that everyone?
somebody called him actually, and that's why he got thrown out of the call.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what happened there.
Oh,
I think he'd be a lot less annoyed than he is.
hopefully
Wait
they're
till you
calling
read
him
our
and tell
chat
him
when you
he
come
just
back.
won $1
He's
million.
very annoyed.
That was actually a man calling him. He's in the Money in the Bank ladder match this Sunday, live on the WWE Network.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh yes, get on the plane.
That was a long one.
All right, take us out, Captain.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the episode number 6 of the
Take us out.
Turnbuckle podcast. We hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at OG_STP. All the letters are capital. You can find me on Twitter at SullivanDudes2. Do you have a Twitter or a social media you want to plug?
I feel like if you guys would like for me to be here a little more often.
Yes.
Because my Twitter is kind of it's kind of trash, to be honest.
I mean,
so
is mine, but
yeah, I feel like if you guys want me here longer, I can make some more. I can make Twitter handles and stuff like that to give you information and stuff about either wrestling or me, whatever you guys like. But I'll keep you guys up to date with what I'm gonna do.
Hey, you're welcome back anytime.
I will on the Twitter page. When you eventually make that one, I'll be sure to include you in it.
Yeah, of course.
I'll tweet out your handle.
All right. And I'm at Notorious JEC.
We see you said last week you were going to change it. You still haven't. I'm holding you.
Listen, I like my new gimmick more, brother.
All right. Last time again. Thank you for listening. Second Turnbuckle podcast, the most underrated wrestling podcast in the history of wrestling podcast, and we will see you next time for worst of the 20. Oh wait, no, we're pushing that back even further. We're doing a review of Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
correct?
review of Money in the Bank, worst of the 2010s, and then I think if nothing else, we might end up delving into the history of Vince McMahon in WWE.
Sure, I would like to do that. That'd be cool.
I would love to be on that one. That sounds very, very interesting.
Well, all right. Listen,
All right.
We'll have you back. All right. Until next week.
Till next week, everybody, stay safe. Wash your hands.